Guys, I am I've kind of sat on this news for a couple days because I'm still in so much disbelief. I've already made a video a few months ago describing how the Snyderverse is over. Um, I can't remember what event it was, but Warner Brothers basically was like, no plans for the Snyderverse, and that was my first YouTube video I ever made. And a few months later, Black Adam comes out. There's always been this rumor about Superman coming back. Sure enough, he did. Um, it was exciting. It was like, okay, he's back. And then James Gunn got put in charge, which I'm not the biggest James Gunn fan. I'm not going to lie, but I do think the man is talented. I do think he could potentially create a good DC universe, if that makes sense. I keep looking down here, but I'm done with DC. Done for good. There's never gonna be a chance I'm gonna make another video about anything DC related. I'm done, and I know this comes off as just it's just an in the moment feeling. I have been a supporter of the Snyderverse since the beginning. I remember when Man of Steel came out. I remember the first teaser when he's just flying into the atmosphere. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. Because growing up, when you're in your 20s, all you have is Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, who is a good actor, but that movie is complete dog shit. Um, that movie's boring. So growing up, I never really been much of a Superman fan, and Henry Cavill was the first one to really make me understand. Oh, Superman can be cool. He could be dope. And then Snyder just made him even better. I mean, BVS, I love BVS, and I love the Snyder Cut. You put him in that black suit, bro, that shit was tight. I mean, how can you sit here and watch the Snyder Cut and think that's not a cool interpretation of Superman? He literally sacrificed himself for the world while he's trying to find himself in this world, trying to figure out how to be a hero, perform the most selfless act, and then comes back and he's given the second chance to make things right. There's so much you could have built off of that. And I have nothing but rage right now, anger and hatred towards this new regime that's in charge of DC content. And from what I understand, they're just going to reboot everything. I mean, at this point, you have to, because everything in DC right now is revolving around the Snyderverse, whether Warner Brothers wants to admit it or not. Everything they've done is revolved around the Snyderverse. So Shazam, I saw a video of Zachary Levi saying he's friends with James Gunn. They have the same producer or some shit like that. And he's like, if they cancel my plans to be Shazam, then we wouldn't be friends. And take that with whatever grain of salt you want, but Shazam takes place in the Snyder world. They reference the events of Batman v Superman in the first movie when Shazam's friend comes up to him and says, "I have the bullets from that event." They have the trailer. The new trailer references the Snyder Cut. Batman, Superman. I mean, like, you're gonna have to cancel everything. And Batman said it best: "There's no us without him. There's no Snyderverse without Superman." They can even say, "I don't even know how you would continue without him." But I found out this news through Tyrone Magnus. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this clip.
Hope you know what you're doing.
So he did this video. Let me lower down the music.
So I just got a text message from my boy with a screenshot of what I have here. Didn't read it. I saw like the first sentence and I'm like, my boy sent the text message to me. Blake Grayson, the wrestler. And he said, DC is fucking up. Wait, let me see exactly what he said. He says, James Gunn is fucking up.
Yep.
All right. This is on Henry Cavill's Instagram. So I just put one and one together.
So I'm not going to watch where he reads it, but basically, I can tell that Henry is upset with this because if you look at here, after being told by the studio to announce my return back in October, he's literally telling you the studio told him to announce to the world he is back. And we're not even 2 months later, and they're saying, yeah, about that. It's like, then why did you tell him? I've noticed that a lot of people who are okay with this reboot shit, they're quick to say, well, for one, I'm not okay with the reboot. I'm completely against this crap. But they say, oh, they should have never let him announce to the world. But this is before James Gunn took over, which makes me think, did Warner Brothers really tell James Gunn, you can do whatever the hell you want? Keep Henry, don't keep him. It's up to you. Do your own shit. Continue if James Gunn had the choice, he had the literal choice to keep the Snyderverse, and he said no. You have an A-list actor, Henry Cavill, who is beloved by millions of fans. I've been following Henry Cavill since Immortals. A lot of people don't like that movie. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. It's fun. But that's how long I've been watching him. And I've seen him go from a guy who was not a household name, nobody knew him, to quickly being one of the best actors in the industry. He's highly sought out. He was in The Witcher, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which was amazing. It needs a sequel. And Mission Impossible Fallout, which is my favorite Mission Impossible movie. And he knocked it out the park. And so you have him, who is an incredible asset to have on your team, and you show him the door. I wish I could rage right now. It's too late at night. I took way too long to put this video out, but that's insane to me that you told Henry Cavill no. Could you imagine if Marvel was like, hey, Robert Downey, look, Iron Man 1, it's cool, but you know what? We're going to move forward. We're going to do something else. We're going to reboot. We're going to start over. Yeah, sorry, bud. I mean, like, dude, it's funny that people online have told me that I'm just a fanboy. I need to get over it. But had this been Robert Downey Jr., had this been anybody else in Marvel, the rage, the hate, the anger that Marvel fans would have, you would not hear the end of it. But I'm toxic for being mad about Henry being gone. Are we fucking serious right now?
I don't want to read it because I already know where it's going.
Let me skip ahead right quick.
After being told by the studio, I was the happiest of all fortunes.
Yeah,
Henry seems like a stand-up guy.
he does.
But it's hard for me to believe that he really means that 100%.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, if I was Henry, I would have been like, you know what? I'm done with Warner Brothers forever. In fact, I'm going to unleash. I'm going to tell the world just how screwed up they are. I mean, think about being Henry right now. Think about how much he knows. Think about how much dysfunction he's probably witnessed. I would have exposed every grain of bullshit Warner Brothers has. And I would have been like, Netflix, you got me a job, right? Amazon. Well, now he's on Warhammer, and this is getting blown out of proportion because everyone's like, "Oh, dude, he's on Warhammer. He's on Warhammer, bro. He's on Warhammer." Okay, so what? Good for Henry, but not good for the fans. Now, if you're a fan of Warhammer, that's epic. I'm not. I don't care. He's my Superman. Him being in Warhammer doesn't do anything for me. I'm happy for the actor because it looks like he was just being screwed over by Netflix and Warner Brothers. Um, but this is still horseshit to me.
For those who have been by my side, he sets for us are still here, are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride to you all, onwards and upwards. I am so sick and tired of this shit.
And another reason I'm so mad is because people are acting like we've had 5 fucking Superman movies with him. He only got 1. And BVS is arguably more of a Batman movie. You can argue for either. But a true standalone Superman film, we only got 1. And I'm supposed to be okay with that. I'm supposed to move on. It's easy to move on when it's Hugh Jackman, who's had 17 years of Wolverine, multiple films, cameos. I can sleep at night knowing Logan was his last performance. But now he's coming back, which I'm fine with. But Henry got no chance. Ben Affleck never got his movie. He's the only Batman that never got a movie. Think about that. Fox handled the X-Men better than this. Think about that one. As dysfunctional as Fox looked towards the end, at least they had some heavy hitters. At least it never felt like they were disrespecting their actors. I mean, am I lying here? Am I making sense? I mean, this is complete. This James Gunn, this is the fattest L you could take. And it's not even 2023. It's not even the new year. And you've already screwed it up. And there's rumors he's going to do like a Daily Planet, early year Superman stuff. I'm like, bro. And people are acting like Henry's like 50 years old. People are like, Henry's too old to be Superman. What the fuck are we talking about? How is he too old to play Superman? That doesn't make sense to me. Why is it ingrained in people's heads that every superhero needs to be 15 fucking years old? It doesn't make sense to me. Most interpretations of Superman, he looks like he's in his mid-30s. And Henry looks young for his age. So for all you weirdos out there, let's see how you guys look his age. Because I'm sorry, he still looks young. But people want a prime Superman. People want a Superman that's been Superman for a while. No one wants to go back. And yes, James Gunn says it's not an origin story. Okay. Then what is it? They're copying Matt Reeves' Batman. Oh, it's going to be year 2 Superman. I don't care. I don't care. I'm done. Seriously.
You guys have no idea. I'm just so tired. Just tired, man. I already was more on the positive side about trusting Gunn and Saffron.
I wasn't. I was the first one to announce this could be a major fuck up. This could either be a good thing or a major fuck up. And I was leaning towards major fuck up. And lo and behold, I was right. I got so much hate. I get so much. I wish y'all would follow me on Twitter. I get hate all the time on YouTube, on Twitter. People are like, you got Superman back, be happy, James Gunn. I'm like, you don't know James Gunn's intentions. Well, now we know, because he showed Henry the door. After Henry said, there's so much in store for what we were going to witness, and I can't help but wonder, what was it going to be? I'm going to spend the next few years of my life constantly wondering what could have been. Oh my God. We're never going to know. We're never going to see him fight Darkseid. The cameo at the end of Black Adam, what was the point? I don't get it. You brought him back. He worked out. He wore the suit, got the makeup on, did his hair. Black Adam, we need to talk. Oh, hold please. Oh, I'm fired. Never mind. And for all we know, Black Adam's probably fired, because it looks like, and this is why I was always suspicious, because Dwayne Johnson never congratulated James Gunn for his role. Something always looked fishy. But when you have James Gunn, who is very egotistical, who wants things his way or the highway, and you have Dwayne Johnson, who's an alpha male who wants to do things his way, that's gonna clash. I never saw chemistry with those two guys, even though I've never seen them together. I don't know what they're like personally, but it always looked like Dwayne Johnson wanted to do DC his way and have him streamline DC content, have DC kind of shift to Black Adam and have him be the center of the DC universe, which, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. I love Black Adam. He's an excellent comic book villain. He's one of my all-time favorite. He's top 10 easily. But we need to build Superman. It's unacceptable that we're almost 10 years outside of Man of Steel. How is nobody enraged by this? I give Marvel a lot of crap, but the one thing I'll always give to them is they give to their fans, man. Even though lately it's been kind of flip-floppy. I mean, you can't deny Phase 1, 2, and 3. If you're a Marvel fan, you're spoiled rotten. They've given you everything. And it never seems like they're shady, they don't seem corrupt, they don't seem dysfunctional, they seem orderly, they seem organized. Disney seems like they're always going to figure it out, which is why I'm not too down on them right now, even after Phase 4. But I mean, even Star Wars isn't this bad. I mean, I thought Kenobi was good. I enjoyed Kenobi. Andor, I didn't really care for it, but it has a good chunk of fans that truly enjoy that. There's nothing enjoyable about being a DC fan. I don't understand it.
No, it's just in the air. I'm telling you, I don't care about the DC universe anymore, and I don't care about the Marvel Cinematic Universe anymore. I don't care about either one of them, because both companies have been messing up forever. You know what I mean? And by forever, I mean the past few years.
Imagine starting a DC universe and almost 10 years later, you still don't have a Superman sequel. That's crazy. That just shows you whoever is in charge, the circle of people who are running the show at Warner Brothers, they don't look at this. They're not fans, for one. They don't care. This is just a product.
I'm tired of it. I'm not even. What you got right here is an extremely tired fan.
Yep.
Extremely tired.
Mm-hmm.
Tired of hearing Ben's back, not back. Ben's back, not back. Ben's back, not back. Ben's back, not back.
Oh, yeah. And they're like, well, Ben might direct a DC movie. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Congrats. Again, good for the actor. I hope he gets his bread. I think Ben Affleck is a fantastic director. But, bro, that was my Batman. And the only one to never get a standalone movie. Come on, man. Like,
Tired of hearing, Cavill's back and he's not. Cavill's back now. Then we get an official announcement, and we truly believe it. You wouldn't think they would have went back on that, but they did.
right.
I bet you it was all predicated on the success of Black Adam. I bet you it
Mm-hmm.
was.
Yeah.
I bet you it was. And if Adam wasn't a blockbuster, they wouldn't go forward with him as super. I bet you that was it. So I guess The Rock lost his pull with the performance of his movie. I'm done. I'm done. I told you, look.
Yeah. And y'all think I'm playing? Y'all really think I'm playing? When I say I'm done, I am done. I know there's people out here who are like, move on, who cares? This is unprecedented. We've never seen actors get treated with such disrespect and given no chance. I would understand if we had like a trilogy of Henry Superman movies and we had all these Batman movies and Justice League 2 and 3 was already out. Okay, yes, good things come to an end. But we didn't get shit. Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League. The end. Yeah, we got the Wonder Woman movies and Aquaman, but the core trilogy is all we get. I just don't understand why we can't keep that. I don't understand why you can't just do both. If Gunn wants to do his thing, then do it. But you have so many people who support what's already here, and you're gonna just throw it out the window. That doesn't make sense to me. We just saw 3 Spider-Men on the same fucking screen. You can't tell me we can't have multiple Supermen. We're about to have multiple Batman in the Flash movie. I don't understand what the issue is.
I liked Guardian of the Galaxy so much so that I bought it in 3D Blu-ray. Second one, okay. Did not like the Suicide Squad. Loved Peacemaker. Okay. Christmas special, So it's like, you know what I mean? With Gunn. I have no idea what this universe is gonna do. I I just have oh man, I just got some big doubts about this, man. I
Yep.
got some big doubts about these decisions. By the way, I heard the other day that a few people sent this to me. It was a video Grace Randolph did about a year ago, and that they actually had a Batgirl Beyond movie planned. Yeah. So that movie with Michael Keaton possibly was a Batgirl Beyond. If that's the case, I'm glad they canceled it. Good riddance. But this type of shit, this is some sad shit, man. This dude, I mean, look, he's a successful multi-millionaire
Let's
that
go.
are always writing the comments like, "Oh, let's all cry for the poor,"
Let's go.
okay, and all the other world problems to achieve in life, and they gonna do it to him like this.
I've already seen this
I've
video.
heard rumors he's gonna be the next James Bond. That would be great. He's got the fighting ability, the
James Bond
toughness,
would be
the
sweet.
suaveness, the look. He's one of the next memorable James Bonds. But this is horrible, man. Absolutely fucking horrible.
Yep.
I don't even know what else to say. I really don't. I'm just like, I can tell you this. Gun, Saffron, I hope y'all know what you're doing.
They don't. And to make a long story short, they don't. Um, I don't care. I mean, I'm not going to support whatever he puts out. I don't care how decent it looks. I have no confidence in anything they have moving forward. And I don't care how toxic that sounds. If it fails, I'm going to laugh and I'm going to be like, you deserve it. Being a DC fan sucks. And this was the time we could have taken things back. Because Marvel is at an all-time low right now. This was the opportunity for DC to stop worrying about catching up to Marvel. Stop doing that. That does not matter. Marvel's got 20 plus movies on you. You're not going to catch up. It's going to take a while. Don't worry about that. If you focus on your content, your own product, and focus on that and build and move forward, people will follow. And people were. People saw the theatrical cut of BVS and was like, this does not look good. And then the Ultimate Edition came out and it was fantastic because it included critical story beats that Snyder had and it made it a complete film. And then they were like, you know what? Remember our BVS debacle? Let's do worse. Let's completely trash Justice League. We're going to make it even worse. And lo and behold, the Whedon cut, nobody talks about that movie. Period. Nobody makes theory videos. No one talks of it's done. Snyder, his version of Justice League is 10 billion light years better than the Whedon cut. Look at the audience reception. I mean, the reviews, everything is just better. I know people who hate DC and still acknowledge the Snyder cut's better than whatever abomination Whedon put out. When you have haters saying that, you should probably listen. But something's telling me the payback is coming. Karma's a bitch. And James Gunn deserves to lose it all. And when I say that, I mean he should be fired if his Superman movie is subpar. I don't know if I'll make another video on this topic. I rarely make videos, but this is something I had to sleep on for a couple days because I've just been so down in the dumps. I'm still processing because I'm just a huge Henry Cavill fan, and I rooted for him, and I've been in the trenches fighting for him because I think his Superman is perfect. It's spot on. You look at him and you go, yeah, he looks like Superman. I mean, the looks, the physique, the way he acts, the way he carries himself, his development, his character arc, it's perfect. And James Gunn was like, yeah, nah, fuck out of here with that shit. And I'm like, no, why? Why would you reinvent the wheel? You have a product here. Why not just do the easy thing and just build off of that? Or if you want to do your own thing, why not just do both? And if both are successful, then more money for you. But you're going to split your fan base. I mean, whatever. I'm done. So I don't know when I'll make another video, but I'm done.